So you did?
No, I wish. I'd be jumping up and fucking down and stroking my cock every day.
You got it.
David, in your own words, why are you the worst? Juicy.
I had a thought. I went to wash my hands. I just had a thought, but I lost the thought when I sat down.
How you lose the thought? She's sitting on the couch.
David's just so aggressive. David just doesn't want us to enjoy ourselves on the podcast.
Stash says it all. He doesn't like us.
That Stash.
Black Ops Cold War, you're starting fresh.
Yo, you're wrong for making fun of his accent.
Hey, man. That's like my heritage.
Tainted love, oh, wow.
Yeah, I tried winking to her one time and she just got me soft, so.
I like your cut, G.
We are just wasting content. Yeah. Where's the ass?
See puppy, see puppy, see puppy.
I swear if I hear that in the intro.
Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to another installment of the Unboxing Light podcast. This is episode 12, and I'm here with my motherfucking boys, baby. We got who? That's David. We got Cameron, and we got Alex. Holy shit, we're all here.
Hey.
We're all here.
Yeah, the intro us didn't even let us intro ourselves. All right.
I'm doing the intro. I'm the main host for this week, you know?
Okay.
If you know, you know.
That's what he do. That's what he do.
Yes, sir.
All right, who wants to kick off the tradition for this week, baby?
I just want to say that the state of geopolitics of our hosts' dynamics is like the most roller coaster ride that any podcast ever has.
That is too many words, bruh. Talking about geopolitics.
That's too many words.
Dang, that's rough.
I mean, I definitely misused that word, but that was kind of the point.
Actually, yep. Fuck y'all. I'm going first.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty relevant to
exactly what you said last week.
No, exactly. Man. All right, so we gonna do it. My quote of the week is by Mr. Walt Disney, and it says, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing," and that's literally what we had to do for the last half hour. So shout out to y'all for constantly, derailing this shit.
But doing,
you didn't find a quote to like.
But our version of doing.
Hold up. Me and David have our shit ready to go, and my man over here talking. I need to find the quote. My man Cameron over here talking about. I need to find the fact. We already got this stuff ready to go. Come on, Slackers, you got a whole week for this.
David had to go pee pee poo poo for a half hour.
I had to go wee wee in the wee wee place.
Alex, if you don't check your elitist attitude at the door and then come back to the mic, I swear to God.
I'll let you in the club.
Nah, we've been ready.
Why don't you hit us with your fact then?
I would love to.
Hit us with your fact, pussy.
I did want to say that your that quote is funny because the stop talking, begin doing in terms of the podcast. Our version of the doing is still just talking.
Stop talking, begin talking.
Stop talking and begin talking.
Stop talking, begin talking. Bars.
Thank you, Walt.
All right.
We can love that, man. All day.
So my fact of the week is a more inspiring one this time. So Glenn Cunningham was born in 1909 in Atlanta, Kansas. When he was 8 years old, his legs were very badly burned in an explosion caused by someone accidentally putting gasoline instead of kerosene in the can at his schoolhouse. When the doctors recommended amputating Glenn's legs, he was so distressed his parents would not allow it. The doctors predicted he might never walk normally again. He had lost all the flesh on his knees and shins and all the toes on his left foot.
Ugh.
So this is the second part. In 1934, at the age of 25, he set the new world record for the mile run at 4 minutes and 6.8 seconds. 2 years later, he would go on to win the silver medal in the 1,500-meter run at the 1936 Berlin Olympics.
Dang. That's dope.
You said it was gasoline instead of kerosene?
Yeah, so if you put kerosene, I believe, is like a slower burning fossil fuels. They would use it to like heat the schoolhouse, right?
I know, kerosene is still flammable.
Yeah, it's still flammable, but it burns slower. They use it for heating buildings. And if you've ever seen, like, there's loads of compilations of videos of people being dumb doing stupid stuff. One of them is always someone putting too much gasoline or gasoline at all on a fire, and then they light a match to it, and it's extremely volatile, so it just explodes basically instead of just like lighting up.
Dude, I had a weird ass dream. Speaking of fires, like there was like, I don't know where I was, but I think it was at some paintballing place, and it was like a really weird facility. And then I like transported back home, and there was a fucking like it looked like a phone almost that just kept catching on fire, and like I kept throwing water on it, and it would put out, and then it would come back immediately, and I'm like, where's the fucking fire extinguisher? So I'm just like running around in my own kitchen, like about to die because it just won't come out. I'm like, dude, come on, stop this, man.
Dang.
I had the weirdest dreams.
Yeah, dreams like that are weird as
wild.
fuck because you feel like it's not. You're kind of like a step away from it being.
It is real.
You're like a step away from it being lucid, where you like can control your own actions, where you feel like you're controlling your own actions in the dream, but it feels like reality. It doesn't feel like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it may as well be lucid for me. Just cause...
It feels like I'm about to die is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I don't dream anymore.
Alex, you want to hit us with your Daddy David of the week?
All right. Listen up, listen close. So my joke of the week is coming from it's that season. It's October now. We're getting into Halloween, so I'm gonna hit you with a Halloween themed joke here. All right. So the word "boo," the Latin word to scream, it means to scream aloud.
Okay.
Now, David, why do ghosts speak Latin?
Because they're old. I know
the answer to this one.
Because it's a dead language.
Hey, we dope.
Yeah, we lit.
Is that a true fun fact? Is that a second?
It is. It is true. Yeah.
Alex be hitting us with the top tier jokes.
Doubled on fact of the week.
I'll tell you, man. I go through a bunch of jokes. Like there's like at least 100 trash jokes before I find one good one.
Facts. It's like trying to find a good horror story on Reddit.
True.
Trying to find a good anything on Reddit.
Dang. The Reddit killer.
You found a bunch of good shit on Bomb last week. Why are you shitting on Reddit?
Bomb.
That's what I mean. That's my point.
Okay. All right. So I guess we can rehash this then.
Not talking about it. We're not talking about it. David has to get it on the track.
No, we can't. Nope.
I'm kidding.
All right.
Interesting though that you cite Reddit to trash something. And
brought it up.
And then you call Reddit trash. Interesting.
Brought it up.
No.
Didn't say it's trash. I said it's hard to find good stuff.
I'm gonna run it up on your face.
I know another good Halloween joke, but I don't want to step on the territory.
Nah,
so
go ahead.
Tell it to Alex and
we'll do a joke battle.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
All
right. Stepping on nothing.
My dad literally told me this one, so it's.
I think I might have heard you say it before.
Yeah, the purest, raw, unrefined dad joke.
Okay.
Okay. Why can't ghosts have kids?
I don't want to know.
Why?
Because they have hollow weenies.
Okay.
Yo, that's going in the intro.
That'll be dope.
So
that is a good one, Dave.
Yeah, you just stepped on Alex like that, though.
No, I put him up
it's
there.
All
Alex
good. It's all love.
Alex is propagating he's spreading the dad joke love.
It's all love, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Alex found his from someone who may or may not be a real father. You know, they're just writing it because they come up with it. David's came from his actual father, and from his father that came within his genes, that came out of his very being. He didn't think of that. It just happened.
He got a laptop in his back pocket.
Who knows? Could be a father.
Did you just
in the future?
Got a laptop in my back pocket. There's a dad rapper. He tells a lot of dad jokes in his raps.
Oh my god, dude.
Speaking of rap god, what's your track of the week?
Okay.
Ooh.
My track of the week, frick it, dude, is Levitating by Dua Lipa.
Yes!
Dang.
We're literally just playing it in pre-production. I was
literally.
I'd be going amiss if I did anything else. We're just having a ball.
Dua Lipa just re-released that as a remix with one Mr. DaBaby. That shit is hard.
Mm-hmm.
We played it in the chat. How do y'all like it?
Trevor introduced me to Dua Lipa, bro.
Hey.
And I've heard 2 songs, but she's dope. I need to listen to more.
No, fam.
How have you not listened
really
to that album? Jesus, that album is
only
like
know
20
the-
minutes long.
I only know the Dua Lipa J Balvin song. That's the only one I've heard her.
Dang. Nah, I'm a pop
Dua Lipa.
hater. So.
Yeah, no, Future Nostalgia is dope.
Yeah, I bet it's dope.
You're a pop
Yeah.
hater, David?
It's mega uplifting music.
Sort of. Yeah.
He's sort of, but he comes around.
I'm
I like it.
transitioning.
I like it.
out
It's a
of
good.
it, yeah.
It's a cool genre. It's cool.
No, it is cool.
No, it's great when it's done right, not when it's just like super cookie cutter.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like. I
sure,
don't
for
like
sure.
a lot of like dramatic pop or like pop about sad things because I like sad songs in different genres just way more. So that's sort of a thing. But with pop,
That
it's
makes
just
sense.
focused on being fun for the most part.
I completely
Yeah,
understand.
man.
No,
Yeah.
I'm totally on board with you.
Trevor,
Yeah.
I know, is a big Swiftie.
Big Swifty.
T Swift.
T
Oh.
Swift fan, yeah.
Her last album was dope. I liked it.
You have
I'm gonna-
historically been a Swiftie. Have you
Who,
not?
me?
Yeah.
No, I really like 1989. I think it's called.
Mm.
That's the
Oh,
one with
see.
"Welcome to New York." It's been waiting for you. Welcome. It's catchy.
Wow.
Her last album bored me to tears, bro.
That's.
Did you listen to
You're-
it fully?
Yeah, it was the first one I heard from her.
Damn,
But-
I
Wow,
could not
interesting.
get into it.
I get it.
Maybe I'll
I
try
mean, it's like a folk album. It's a singer songwriter. It's not
I
pop.
don't know. It's like the BPM is super slow and just not what I was in the vibe for.
I get it. To me, it's like I don't want to listen to it again as a full album because it's pretty long and slow. But I like a lot of the songs. So.
Is it samey?
To a degree, I guess, but not that much. I don't know. I feel like she switches it up enough.
I feel like maybe I would like it more like with this weather. Like
Yeah.
it's so beautiful out right now.
Probably a good fall
Speaking-
album.
Bruh, weather, man. Let me tell
The
you.
weather has been
Past
crazy.
couple of days, it's been beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? What happened all of a sudden that is this nice? Windows open.
just all the storms, man.
Difference
Windows
between
open.
difference
Yeah.
between you talk about the way you guys' weeks have been going and the way mine's going. You say in the last few days have been beautiful. On Wednesday, I went to take a COVID test in the rain.
Dope.
It's
That's
That's
brutal.
what happens when you live on the coast, man.
That's the mirror image. Yeah,
That's
no,
brutal.
I mean I love the rain, but like also
Are you negative or
walking-
positive? You don't know
tested
yet.
negative. As
Hey.
of,
Hey.
as of Wednesday afternoon, I am negative of COVID.
Alright.
Give me the
I'm just
thumbs up in chat.
I'm
Good
just gonna
job, my
put
guy.
it here. So speaking of that, Mr. Trump boy got tested positive for COVID, baby. We lit.
Oh my god,
So
dude.
sad. So sad.
Yo, we lit.
like that.
Oh, is it lit?
So
It's not lit.
the official take of the Unboxing Life podcast is that we do not wish death upon any individual. That being said,
There ain't no coming back from that.
Yeah, don't.
Like my man Chris Wallace said,
that being said,
no one's death on
I
nobody.
think he made his bed in letting millions of people get infected and over 200,000 people die, and it was handled massively way better by countries that had less warning and are thought of less infrastructure, thought of as supposed, like we call ourselves the greatest country in the world and we're mismanaging the pandemic harder than basically anywhere else. India and Brazil are catching up now, but anyway, yeah, I mean, he just fucking bungled the whole thing. So, and then refused to wear a mask himself, was running massive multi-thousand people rallies on the fucking White House lawn, doing all this shit, like insisting that masks don't be worn, even like as opposed to saying even they're optional. So, you know, that's what you fucking get.
Yeah, it is what it is. I
It
don't.
definitely is what it is.
I
That's a quote that I've seen a lot of people in his tweet thread saying.
oh,
I guess,
is that because he said it or something? I don't know.
yeah,
But-
something like that. But dude, that
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That was the funniest thread I've ever seen. People were posting like
The Twitter thread.
Yeah, the Simpsons meme or like the Simpsons clip of him in a coffin.
Yeah.
The longest yeah boy ever got me rolling. Dude.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Oh,
some rep tweeted like in reply like our thoughts and prayers are with you, sir. Like we hope you make it through this. And then some like meme account tweeted like no we don't, and like the original tweet got like 9K likes, and the meme tweet got like 30K or something like that.
It was Ron Swanson's mustache.
Because the original account was saying we need you, and then that meme account was saying no we don't or whatever.
No, we don't.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say I disagree, and that I wish nothing but the best for anybody.
I agree.
The coronavirus. I hope Mr. President recovers 100%.
I agree with that. I don't want anyone to die. I don't wish death on anybody.
I definitely disagree. I'm gonna just respectfully disagree. I'm not gonna outright say I hope he dies, but I think it's completely hilarious. I was talking to Rocio yesterday. We were on a walk, and we were literally talking about the debate and like how botched it was, and I threw out the idea like it would be wild if he like passed away like before the election. Just like imagine the ramifications of that. And I was just like, I kind of compared him to like the Hail Hydra shit in the Avengers movies, where like if you cut one head off, 3 more grow. So like I'm like thinking to myself like, would it be worse if he was here or if he wasn't here? Like if someone rose to power, that would
I was
going to
bring that up.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time, just talking about that, and then like 13 hours later, I see that on Twitter that he got COVID. Fam, that was crazy.
Well, right now he's asymptomatic, so he just tested positive.
Yeah.
So
I think it'll probably be
the
right.
most recent thing I saw was
for anyone to get it. For anybody to get it, I mean, asymptomatic is something that's dangerous because if you don't know that you have it, you could be spreading it. But if you know you have it and you're asymptomatic, that's probably the best way to be, because then you just chill, and then asymptomatic. Nobody wants to go through nothing crazy. So with the most minimal symptoms, that's the best to me. So
yeah.
So we'll see what happens now. I mean, it's gonna have some implications because he's got to like quarantine or whatever, and like I don't know when the next debate is supposed to be, but who knows what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that might be the interesting part of it.
I've seen some tinfoil like hats talking about like, oh, this is like a ploy to get pity votes.
There's tinfoil hats on both sides. So I wanted to get your guys' kind of opinions on that. So I mean, if we talk literal tinfoil hat, then like the most insane one is like the libs planted someone to like get him sick. Like they sent someone to like cough on Hope Hicks, and then Hope Hicks gave it to fucking Trump. I mean, they don't have the contact tracing yet. We're so early here. So it's like we don't know exactly how it happened, but both he and his wife have it, because obviously if one of them does, the other will. But yeah, I mean, so I guess just for some of the hypotheticals, the most insane one to me would be like in the world which we live, like I feel like this is not impossible. Like it seems insane, I think. But what if then Joe Biden tests positive and they both die before the election?
Yeah, that would be insane. I was thinking of that too.
What do you like? We would just descend into fucking chaos.
No, I don't think
it's a hypothetical.
I was talking with my roommate about this last night, and I was like, Trump could die from this. Like, healthier people than him have died from this, even with like very good medical care.
My mom sent me an email. I think she sent me an email of some article about some like I think it was like a 19-year-old that died, and he was like in perfect health.
Yeah.
Of the virus. You literally, it doesn't discriminate. It doesn't matter if you're healthy or not.
Yeah, I mean it.
It
does.
Okay, it does. Yeah, it does. But
it can. It's still possible to just completely deteriorate and die from the disease, even if you're completely healthy. Yes, and young. Yes,
it's still possible. Yeah.
So I believe he's 74. He's got to weigh at least like 250. The man is not like in phenomenal shape.
No, he's not light.
And obesity is one of the correlations.
He is 6'5"
of COVID fatality.
6'5"?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never realized how tall some politicians are. Like,
wait,
you never know.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Then is Barron like 7'2"? Because Barron is fucking taller than Trump. His kid.
I don't know.
Have you seen those pictures about how ridiculously fucking tall he is?
He's a tall dude.
Anyway.
He's just from a basketball team.
Oh, look.
So yeah. Look that up while I'm still going. But so that would be insane to me. I think the country would just delve into complete chaos. I was getting sent some 4chan threads of like the Proud Boys. It's like stand back and stand by, message received, sir. Like, and people talking about, like, one person literally typed, like, I don't know who you are, but, like, please go talk to somebody and, like, better your life, because if you're on the internet typing, it'll be legal to slaughter crowds of libs in 2 months, boys, on a 4chan thread. You need help.
Yeah, and I saw a video of this guy. I really need to send y'all the video because I don't want to like butcher it, but the consensus, or like the whole main idea of the video was, it was on TikTok, and the guy is like super buff, like he's a redneck. He even calls himself a redneck in the video, and he's like, yo, if Trump wins, you know, we good, but if not, we're coming after you. Like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, like, they're like, I don't want it to get too deep into politics this week, but
no, I think I definitely don't. But
it's scary to me right now, honestly, because like Texas, like even Texas is I mean, the whole thing is the mail-in voting, right? Whether it's like fraud, whatever, and Trump's trying to claim it is, and that it's unfair and like gonna rig the election or whatever. And
there's already been some mailmen manipulating some votes. There was a mailman, I think, in West Virginia who admitted to opening people's mail-in ballots and changing it.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm like so paranoid of doing the mail-in shit, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely not doing it myself.
I'm voting in person, but that's like that's a massive anomaly. I mean, he's literally just going to go to federal prison. Like most mailmen wouldn't do that because A, they like their job, and B, they're not insane.
It's true, but it's definitely tricky, because to say that, I definitely think that there's more vulnerabilities in the mail system that could be taken, could not be taken
if people try.
So it's not 100% foolproof.
Yes. Anyway, what I was going to say is that now in Texas they made it so that the drop boxes for the ballots, which are like distinguished drop boxes that you have to go to specifically, you can't just put it, like, you can't just give it to your letter carrier, you can't just give it to any post office. You have to bring your mail-in ballot to a specific location that will accept it and carry it securely. So in Texas they made it so that there's only one per county, when there used to be 12 and 8 and 11 in certain counties.
That sounds like some Hunger Games.
It's literal voter suppression.
That literally sounds like the cornucopia in Hunger Games.
Yep.
When they're all like fucking going for the weapons in the middle, and there's just one spot with all the food, all the weapons, all the armor, all the things you need to survive. Which makes it way easier for anyone who wants to interfere with people voting, which has already been happening. I would love
at like
to see
early polling places. It makes it way easier for those people to do that. So
yeah, that's pretty wild. I heard something about that.
I would love to see y'all try, man.
I don't know.
I would not love to see them try. I would love to just see this go very smoothly and have Trump out of office nice and clean. And
certainly hope so.
Well, I'm going to disagree.
I hope everything goes smoothly for sure.
Will everything goes smoothly? I don't want Trump out of office.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Sure, man. We'll skip that. We'll skip that for today.
I will say this though about like the debates and stuff.
Wait. Are we going over? Wait, Alice, are you voting for Trump?
Yep. Sure is. I will say this though about the debates, right? Because I mean, I watched it, and I feel like with the debates going in, way they know that people are gonna go into the debates with already predetermined. So if people who like Biden are gonna watch the debate and then be with Biden the whole time, people who like Trump are gonna watch the debate, be with Trump the entire time. Mm-hmm. So then what in turn is what we're seeing is that people who thought Biden won are fighting on people with social media against people who think Trump won. What my problem is like the people who are truly undecided are just going to watch these two guys like arguing at each other, and there's not as much substance in terms of what they're going to do in the future policy wise. I think what I would like to have seen them talk about more, but really they're just trying to appeal to people who already are for them.
That's like
you're saying them, but like Trump just like always redirects policy questions and doesn't talk about them. So, and then interrupts Biden whenever he's trying to talk about his policy.
And the white supremacy shit, dude.
Shit is crazy, but I mean that shit goes both ways because I didn't hear Biden say nothing about Antifa, but
he literally said no. What do you mean? He said outright it's an ideal, not an organization.
That's not true.
He said that in the debate. I listened to him say that.
I'm not saying that he didn't say that. I'm saying that them saying it's not. There's videos of people literally screaming, "We are Antifa."
Yeah, but it's not. It's not an official organization.
It's not an official organization, but there's people rioting under Antifa.
Okay, that's not the point I'm trying to make, though. I mean, you just said he just didn't address it at all, which like.
I'm not saying he didn't address it. He didn't denounce it. I'm not saying that it's not sus that Trump didn't say nothing about white supremacists. I would have loved to hear him say that too, but.
No, but the reason why it's sus is that he was literally asked to do that.
Oh, I know.
And he said, "What should we call them?" And kept asking, "What should we call him?"
I agree.
I'm not what to call them.
My whole stance, man, is that I can't. Obviously, there's dumb stuff that he says, but I can't defend everything he says. There's a lot of stuff that I could sit here and tell you I don't like about him, but I don't think Joe Biden is it.
You think Trump is it?
He's better than Biden.
God damn. And on that note, we're going to go to zombies.
Dang.
All right. I'll beat your ass another time, Alex.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't want this to turn into a whole fucking hour of us talking about politics.
I don't. Just to end it, though, I want to say it's all love. Because
it's not, glad, unfortunately.
I'm trying to say like us, like, because like I'm not trying to be like all types of controversial or whatever, but there's people that the thing about politics is like it's so polarizing, and then everybody on either side is just yelling at each other. But that's why I'm kind of hesitant to always talk about it. But I'm glad to be able to talk about it, and like we can just move on.
Biden is PS5. No, Biden is PS5 and Alex is staying with Trump because he's Xbox. Oh my God.
Don't do that. We're not doing that. I'm about to fucking edit that out. That was dog. Don't do that.
I think you're missing the point. I'm trying to say.
It's a joke. Jesus.
I know.
Holy
fuck. As your friend, that was a bad joke.
I'm
How?
trying to be.
It's a joke.
Anyway, Alex, you were wrapping up.
Yeah, I would just say it, man. Like it's all love. Like I don't like the way I think shouldn't have, the way we all think shouldn't have effect on each other. You know, like you could, like why can't we should be able to say we disagree, talk about why, and then that's it. You know, we're not like, and fuck you, Alex, or fuck you, Trevor. You know, you talk about this and that. Mm-hmm. Just take our ideologies and then we'll vote. That's the most important thing. So
I disagree.
I'm trying to say we don't have to get all crazy about it and like that should change.
I want to hear what David wants to say. Yeah.
Okay, I want to hear David.
He wants to go savage mode too on him. That's fine.
No. I mean, I partially disagree. I guess I think in our episode 7 on Black Lives Matter, I think I said something about how people want to avoid getting political, and how I think that's a mistake because ultimately everyone below the like billionaires and the politicians ends up getting screwed because they're happy to talk about policy and enforce policies that we have to live under. Mm-hmm. So I think I definitely respect people's different political opinions, but I guess I think it's fine to call out when someone is just believes in a lie or is factually wrong or something, or something like that. Certain things are up to opinion and certain things aren't, I guess.
I think what I'm trying to say is really, like, even though I see what you're saying, we should talk about it. I definitely agree we should talk about it. I'm just saying that I don't like to talk about it because I know from past experiences with like family or friends, I know how this shit goes. You know, people get real heated about this stuff. I think I'm agreeing with you that we should talk about it, but at the same time, I guess what I'm trying to say is that it shouldn't be too crazy where like we're never going to talk to each other again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you could call out stuff that you could call out stuff That's fine, and then we can talk about what we think or whatever thinks. But I'm not saying I'm not open to that. I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be disrespectful of each other's views as well.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think people should be willing to change their minds, and like if people just have the talk and then everyone is like that knows by the end of it they're just going to go back with the exact same beliefs, then it's kind of pointless.
Then there's no point.
It's pointless because the way things are right now is you're either with me or against me. If everybody was more open-minded, everybody else's ideals, we'd be a lot better off, and that's in part and we have the two-party system in the U.S., which kind of is like why people pick that one side or the other.
And I think that's exactly why it has to be that way. At least that you just said it.
It's brutal.
You're forced.
No, it is what it is, but that's just the way. But
I'm just saying, that's what I see about what David is saying. Like the whole two-party system, like you just said, you literally have to be on either one side or the other. Like, you are forced to be that way.
And like that aspect of it, it is what it is. And we can't do nothing about the way that system is in place. But what we could do something about is the way that we interact with each other, a way that's civil, and that you could talk and have that conversation, and then you could think whatever you want, but you start hating on people because of what they're saying, that's the problem.
I think what David might be saying, and what I'm kind of thinking as well, is that the way you're describing it feels like your approach to politics is somewhat flawed on a fundamental level, in which, like, what David was saying was that, the point of political discussion among anyone, but especially among friends, is to, these people, their values, at least to a certain degree, so you want to present the information as factually as possible, but also as you understand it to them as a way of saying, like, I think the opposite of you, here's why you should be on my side instead. And you can have that discussion, and if people don't end up agreeing, that's fine, and then you walk away at the end of the day with your separate ideologies or whatever. But it sounded like what you were saying was like that the point of political discussion isn't for the purpose of change of opinion, but for just telling the other person what you believe and not allowing them to convince you otherwise.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I think that should be the point. The point of it is change and progress, I guess. And I don't know. I get worried about a state where there's like clearly divided lines in the media, and they tell us it's like half the country's watching one, half the country's watching the other, and then basically people are stuck in this mindset where you have to have these dividing lines, which is kind of what Alex is saying. But then I forget what I was gonna say. Like, but that I'm afraid of the idea of that creating a false dichotomy where there's this great quote by this YouTuber I watch, Bo the Fifth Column, who's like a journalist, and he was saying, if one side's telling you it's raining and the other side's not, my job is to not try to sit somewhere in the middle. My job is to look out the window. That's basically how I look at it. You have to, like, one side could be entirely factually incorrect and trying to, make people's lives worse, and that's very possible. And I think it's reasonable to fight against that. And I'm afraid of normalizing certain things. I'm speaking in abstract, but I don't know.
I think it's more I definitely agree with you guys when you say like that's something that needs to be had, but I think I'm speaking to that's currently not what's really going on. Like, people literally, this is the type of shit that breaks people up,
Yeah.
So,
well, what I'm saying is like we don't have to fall into that pattern.
I know.
I'm agreeing. Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I mean, and I think that just goes to show, because when you were talking about something, how you look at the other side and then they want to bring people down, but that's what you see. But maybe to them, they're not bringing people down. Maybe to them, the other side's bringing people down. But that's why.
Yeah, but my point is that it's not all subjective. Sometimes there's objective facts that some people are just right about. I mean,
and I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the current state of political discussion is looked at in a way where Like if somebody was to say that they like the president or whatever, then screw that person, cancel that person, you know? And
yeah, I don't think it's helpful. Yeah, I agree.
I want to get to a point. That's not a healthy place to be as a society.
Because if you want to try to convince people of certain ideas, then you can't really start out by attacking them. Like I get sort of attacking politicians because you're not really gonna have a conversation with them. But like the average person, you should try to, open up in a certain way.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is like people are not for that right now. They don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
I think that's a kind of a, I don't know, pessimistic isn't the right word, but like
I'm trying to say that is what it is.
Kind of a dismissive view, honestly.
I'm not trying to dismiss nothing. That's the way it is.
It's like you're saying people as in like the entirety of the United States has no interest in having.
There's some. I'm not saying people as all people. I'm saying that there is people.
Yeah. So to which I say, ye of little faith. Like, are we that people to you? Are we
I'm not saying that you're that people.
So yeah. So I think what it comes down to is you just have maybe bad experience talking politics.
Yeah, I'm saying in my experience, there's been people like that, and so
wouldn't happen here.
Yeah.
I'm saying in my experience, there's been people like that, which in turn caused me not to want to talk about this a lot with anybody. And so for me to be talking about it is a good thing. Yeah. But I don't want any hate, or I don't want nobody to be hateful to anybody.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a good thing. You're right. You're definitely, from your experience, I totally get that. I've had experiences like that too. Yeah, we should try to just not be. I don't know. There's certain fine lines and there's nuances of, like I said, making fun of politicians, but not necessarily doing that to everyone or trying to call everyone idiots or whatever. Because again, it's like even if you believe that, it's not really productive. But.
And I mean, again, I'm not trying to say I don't want to have the discussion. Like if that's something that y'all want to talk about in the future, I'd be down. But because I know us, we're not like that. We're not like that. But
yeah. I mean, I have one Thanksgiving dinner that comes directly to mind, hilariously enough, in terms of just like someone spitting straight bullshit and like not wanting their mind changed at all. And so, yeah, I definitely get where you're coming from with the idea of like, it can dishearten you when you care about politics and social issues and serious stuff like that. When you try to talk to people about it and they're just a brick wall about it.
Yeah.
And they have, and but they're also just like, I don't get involved or whatever. Like that can be annoying as well.
Right.
So, but I think, yeah, you're working with a bad sample and we can definitely have like productive, very serious, talks like that here. And what I was going to say when I was leading in is that I can't very much relate to your take on the whole thing because I've made it like a habit of almost exclusively surrounding myself with people who can like have those sorts of discussions productively and not like, get all angry or upset about someone disagreeing with them.
Yeah.
I.e. Trevor and David.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think, we both have different mindsets. So it's almost like the way, like I'm just throwing that out there as an example. I'm not trying to be so political, but like everything.
We're in it.
I know we're in it. Yeah. But like everybody, like the way things are right now, everybody wants to hate on the president, and it's just nothing but hate. You don't hear anything good. I don't think you hear anything good that he does, and so right now it's more in society. It's more acceptable to hate the president than it is to say that you love the president. And so you could have, if you have a bunch of people who all hate the president, then yeah, it's gonna be all have that idea. But
we can
someone to love the president to talk to a bunch of people who hate the president and them to be like, get this guy out of here.
Yeah, Trump is maybe the most polarizing president in U.S. history. You can say he's good or bad or what he has and hasn't done, but he's definitely like caused more spread in the political spectrum than basically anyone who's been in office ever. So that's just his brand. His brand is love me or hate me. So that's just what happens.
Yeah.
I suppose, but
I don't think it's the I don't know that this is what you're saying, but I don't think it's that the libs are so ready to get butthurt that they just hate Trump.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm trying to say.
It's just a product of like you were saying, the current political climate, and then his brand of presidency of I'm gonna do what I want, and you can either love me or hate me.
I guess. Yeah. I mean, that's just that's just who he is. I wish he wasn't as like that as he is, but he is a New Yorker. What New Yorker isn't all about themselves, show me one New Yorker who doesn't say it's all me. Jay-Z thought he was better than Biggie when he was around.
It's like that scene in Spider-Verse where they crash into the
way it is. I definitely wish he wasn't as like that because he can come off strong. I agree. But
if I ain't better than Big, I'm the closest.
But it's like that scene in Spider-Verse.
Come on, that's just the way New Yorkers are. That's the way he is.
I think I just have one comment on what you were just saying about how it's cool to hate the president. Do you understand why they hate the president? He's a complete jackass.
I was gonna say I'm gonna backburner that, and we can get into it another time because
that's all I'm saying.
I could see that we were killing you, Trevor.
Huh?
I could see that we were killing you, Trevor. So I was gonna
segue out. I mean, whatever.
He's just taking a break.
I mean, we could have a conversation on why you think that way.
We're already 40 minutes in. I know we had a great 20 minutes, but I'm just legitimately asking you. There's a reason why they hate him.
But
I think we could have different ideas on why we think they hate him. Because
that's gonna spark a whole nother debate.
Yeah. This is
I know.
I could do 2 hours on this.
I'm just throwing it out there. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, we might talk in circles.
I gave you my middle of the road objective opinion in order to segue out of it, but
and it's all good. It's all good. I'm just trying to say, to end it all off, I love everybody, man. I don't got no intention for nobody.
All right.
You guys, I love you guys. No matter how we could disagree, it's the fam,
I love you. You're the fam.
Forever. You can't break that up.
What's it? I can't even do it right. Fantastic.
I love you forever.
Yeah. There you go. Throw the rock up.
Hey, throw the fucking rock up, baby.
Dang.
Do you want more?
Remember when people thought? Do people? I guess some people still think Jay-Z and Beyonce are in the Illuminati or whatever.
Yeah, people still think that. Yeah,
that's funny.
Of course,
that's the first time I've heard that.
Oh,
what?
really?
First time?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh,
that's funny.
That must be I mean, that's probably an old ass one though, right?
Oh.
Yeah, I remember when
every big rapper is quote unquote in the Illuminati.
That's funny.
I remember when the Paris song came out, and in the video, that's why I was saying they do the rock sign, and people were saying it was the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati. It's literally for Rockefeller.
That's how they operate in plain sight, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
But sometimes they slip up.
I don't think.
And that's when we get them.
I'm sure there are some creepy groups out there, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
I remember when I first learned about the Illuminati 7 years ago, and I went down a rabbit hole of just looking up shit, and I came across yes, of course they are. I hope they watch me when I jerk off. Anyways,
no.
Okay.
Trevor leaves his camera on while he masturbates as a
challenge
to the Illuminati.
I stare dead into that camera shit
as a challenge to the Illuminati.
You were gonna see me bust this fucking nut.
This is my payback, Christ. you shadowy freaking.
This is how I get even.
My favorite FBI agent meme is when what's his name, Jim from The Office. When he's just sitting there looking at it with his slant eyes. Dude, that shit is go.
Oh yeah, Jim. Yeah.
God damn it, what was I saying?
The
Illuminati. Yeah, so I went down a rabbit hole or whatever, and
Illuminati.
and I came across the Disney logo. Have y'all seen the Disney logo?
Yeah.
Have you actually looked at the Disney logo?
The 3 circles.
You mean the way he
the 3
signs
sixes
his
that are
name?
in it? No, the literal Disney logo.
I've probably seen that at one point.
There's 3 6s in it.
Oh,
My My absolute favorite, which you might have seen in that rabbit hole, is the one woman that has like a stand set up somewhere, and she's got the can of Monster. Have you seen that? She's like trying to prove that Monster Energy Drink is a satanic organization.
Maybe.
Oh, it's one of the funnier videos I've ever seen. She's like completely serious.
She might have something going there. Monster is not good for you.
No,
have you seen the thing about the Lion King logo?
No.
It's like a woman. It is like a woman. It's like a woman's ass. In the Lion King
logo.
That is
not part of the Illuminati.
It's not, but it's subliminal.
Hey man, you don't know that. That could be the Illuminati dad jokes division.
Lion King is the woman's ass.
Illuminati dad joke.
I don't see it.
Which one? The old Lion King?
Yeah.
Like just the title?
No. I'm a...
Jesus, get your mind out of the gutter, Alex. Fucking hell.
I'm telling...
This man's seeing asses in children's film logos.
Yeah, like...
Come on.
No, I seen it in the thing.
I'm kidding. I'm sure someone highlighted it. I'm kidding.
There's definitely people talking about. Yeah.
Where's the ass?
No, I'm gonna send it to you.
Promised
that's
ass.
Going at the front. Where's the
ass?
You promised Lion King logo. Send it.
Show up at the strip.
You promised Lion King logo. Send it.
Show up at the strip club, but all the girls are on break. Where's the ass?
Shit. Where's the ass?
Let's see. Oh, for
my!
Am I the only one not looking this up right now?
We were looking it up, but he just sent it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's fun. I've seen that. Yeah. But it's just a lion's nose.
That's funny, dog.
That is funny.
But it's like once you see, like I see it, and now I can't unsee it.
I feel you.
Yeah, but how many times do you see that fucking poster? Or like,
I know, but the Lion King is no longer being promoted, so.
Yeah.
But it was being promoted when you were like a small child.
I know,
I
but
don't even think you were born yet, were you? I wasn't.
Damn, she got a fat ass.
Lion King came out like 93, right? 94?
Was it 94?
I think so. It was before I was born.
Might
Toy Story was before I was born. 95.
Dang.
Toy Story was 95?
95.
Two came out in 98.
Second one was 98 or 99.
98. Yeah.
Holy shit.
And then three was 2012.
Hey, bro.
Timba.
Adult Simba can get it. Top 10 Lion King characters who can get it.
Gambino can get it.
Oh my
God.
Yeah.
I ain't even front.
Yeah, Gambino and Beyonce. Let's go, buddy.
I'm gonna make one of them my fiance.
Hey. All right.
Let them know who you chose as your fiance.
Your fiance.
Jesus.
Dang.
I want to get y'all's.
Oh.
I know we talked about it in pre-pro, but we saw the new Zombies trailer, the new Call of Duty Cold War Zombies trailer. How do y'all feel about it? Hot or cold? Smash or pass?
As hot.
It looks good. Yeah, no, it was like, okay, this looks like almost like an updated, just like Black Ops. Not like they're doing different stuff with the zombies, but just in general, the game is all right. It's like similar era. We having fun. All right. It looks good.
Like that too.
It's very cool.
I feel like it's a facelift of the original Black Ops. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think what stood out to me was the progression. They said it's all gonna be like connected.
Yeah. So progression is tied between multiplayer. So you get to like
whole game
camos and shit. Yeah. So whenever you're playing multiplayer, you get shit for zombies. It's really cool.
Yeah. So there's no starter pistols or anything, right? You just load in with your loadout.
There's like, he said you can do that.
I don't know. But you can also do classic. Okay, I like that.
I hope that there's
honestly, yeah, I prefer there to be like both.
I don't want to start with a loadout every time. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Just give
unless we're doing like an optimized run, like trying to get the Easter egg or something.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be way easier. Yeah.
Another big part is the free DLC.
Yes, I was when they said that I was.
That is huge. Like, I don't think you understand how huge that is for the zombie community. Because it's crossplay as well. So there's no barriers to play at all. As long as you own the game, you can play it.
Yep.
With anyone.
Yep.
With any map.
Yep.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
I remember
4 streaks in it too.
In our top 10 video games, when I talked about Black Ops, we talked about the DLC a bunch, and that was $15 a pop. There were 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I spent an extra $45 on a game.
There was 4.
There's 4 of them?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I didn't get the last one.
3.
I don't know.
3 map packs, and then the 4th one was Moon, plus the original 4.
Oh, okay.
World at War
I think
maps.
I didn't get that one, but yeah.
I had gotten the hardened edition, so like we had gotten that like at launch, and then they did it like a year later.
Gotcha. Yeah, so yeah, free DLC is massive. I hope AAA developers continue to do that and just keep on changing their monetization system so that it works for them, but not having to make people pay for DLC, because like they literally inferred it in the whole, or implied it, I guess. They basically said it, that like, you know, this used to divide groups of people, like where one kid could afford the DLC and the other kids couldn't. And then it's like, okay, well, we're off to play fucking Ascension without you. It's like, see you later.
Yeah,
have fun playing multiplayer by yourself or whatever. So
thank God forbid I don't spend another $15 on one map.
Yeah, exactly.
That I'm gonna play for a couple days.
Yeah,
you know what it tells me?
Free DLC is massive.
Microtransactions.
Oh yeah,
well, obviously they have the battle pass.
It's it's like it's going in the direction of games as service type stuff, right? So everyone is gonna do it.
I'm completely fine with that, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you, I could give a fuck less about the battle pass shit.
As long as they don't
make way more money this way.
Yeah, I'm totally down with it. As long as they don't lock all like a bunch of dope camos behind certain things. I mean, there will be, but
no, not even that. As long as they don't make game-changing things in the battle pass, like as long as those are free, like how Modern Warfare does it, you can like unlock the guns for free.
Yes,
but all the blueprints that make it look different, you have to buy those. I'm completely fine with that. I don't give a fuck about cosmetics like that.
Okay. Yeah, I feel you.
And as long as they do, I mean, this isn't like game breaking for me, but I'll be upset if they do it again, where Modern Warfare made the like gold, and they made the progression camos like not a great gold, and then they make gold weapons that you can buy that look really fucking nice.
Yeah,
and other stuff like that. So yeah, that was annoying. So yeah, I'll be annoyed if they do that again. But other than that, I mean, the battle pass and then like individual cosmetics buying thing is a way better system. They're making way more money, and people have to spend less to play the base game. So it's perfect. It's a win-win.
Yeah,
Treyarch makes pretty good base camos for like, especially like the pinnacle camos.
Yes,
like they were the ones that started Diamond. They were the ones that did Dark Matter, and then in Black Ops 4, the Dark Matter like had tiers to it, so you would unlock it, and then you could like whenever you got kills with it, it would like morph in game. Yeah. So like they make litty camos, so I don't have any doubt. The free.
So remember the classic Cherry Blossom and Art of War. I love that.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Art of War was underrated. That was the black and red one, right?
Yeah, the glowing red. Yeah, that was dope, man.
That was a Black Ops 2 one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Those
camos for those challenges were dope.
Those were the best challenges too.
And then the diamond was
in any Call of Duty. I love you on for that.
Yeah, I guess I got. What did I get? Like diamond pistols, probably. So I was, and probably
diamond pistols were the shit, man.
Yeah, dude.
I got diamond on most everything. I fucking know life that game.
I got diamond and everything. Yeah. Jeremy and I like were racing basically to like when that came out. I think I got everything diamond in like 6 weeks because I just no-light the shit out of it.
Yeah.
I just replayed it constantly.
Yeah, man.
I was Master Prestige by like early January.
Yeah, I think I met you when Black Ops 2 was out, and that was like the game, I believe.
I think it was the year after, wasn't it?
No, I remember like I think the first time like we met online was like
maybe it was like in the summer.
Yeah, we were playing Black Ops 2. It was in the summer before the next one, yeah, but it was like playing Black Ops 2. And I introduced you to, Retro Daffy.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yo, shout out to Daffy, man, if you listening.
Yeah.
He was a cool dude, man.
Yeah, man.
Tyranitar was crazy.
Hey. A lit group. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was fun.
So,
David,
Damn,
what was the last Call of Duty that you played?
World War II, but it was because I think Jose got it and we were game sharing.
I remember that actually.
Yeah, that was the last one I got too.
Yeah, but it had like 4 maps. It was just like, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, it had 9 maps like in the base game. It was so atrocious.
Right, Point to Hawk. All right, welcome back to Point to Hawk. All right, welcome back to Point to Hawk.
Hey, bro, you like trenches? Let's do trenches again.
Trenches with fucking incendiary shotguns.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man.
Yeah, how about no?
Yeah, that was a weird one.
The double barrel in that game was nuts as well. So yeah.
The last game.
You don't want a 10th game set in World War II?
Hey, bro.
No, I do. I'm saying like make good maps. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
can play World War II shit all the time, but
I suppose.
maps.
Yeah.
I think the last like Call of Duty that I've like fully enjoyed, because I mean I do have my fun on Modern Warfare, but the last like Call of Duty I super enjoyed was Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like 5 years ago.
It's weird. I like Black Ops 3, and that was the last one I played a lot, but I wasn't super into it. I love Black Ops 2, and that was probably the last one I loved, honestly. I played the frick out of MW3, but I hated it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I think Black Ops 3 is like my favorite COD.
And we can't even see you making that face.
Yeah, you gotta get back on the call, dickweed.
I still have my zombies notes up.
Yeah.
If we want to finish
Black Ops 3 is my favorite COD. But
Okay. Yep.
Really?
I had the most fun on that game. I could boot it up right now and still have fun.
All right.
Boot up.
I mean, I had a lot of fucking fun on that game too.
Yeah.
For sure.
You like to see it.
But yeah, the end of the zombies information. I like the exfil option. That seems super cool.
Oh yeah.
That you can actually like call for exfil and get extracted and like win your zombies game for extra money or whatever.
Rewards.
Whatever they end up giving you, cosmetics. It could be a whole lot of stuff. So
they hinted at it
XP,
being
maybe.
Like you call in for exfil and then you have to survive like a handful of like super powered rounds,
like a final onslaught. Yeah.
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
I'm super down for that.
And then
it was like it was always so lame. It was like you just play and then like 2-3 hours pass. You're like level 2, you're on round 28 and you're like, I'm bored, man. Like let's go play something else. But you don't want to die because you want to have like
because you want to keep going. Yeah.
So
I'm
super down with that.
Yeah, if you can exfil for extra rewards, that's dope. Yeah. And then one of the final things was, I mean, obviously, I think we mentioned score streaks briefly. That's going to be interesting. And then
Dude,
I like the level of immersion where like every zombie is like one of the first things you have to do is like get the power turned on so you can get perk machines and have lights and like whatever. And Kino, it's like the curtains open and everything opens up and you can run trains and stuff. So pause. But
yeah, I was gonna pause it. I didn't know.
People who didn't play zombies.
Yeah.
I was gonna pause it.
So anyway. In the immersion, it's cool. They did it's a bunker that you go down into that's built on top of the OG zombies map. And so before you get the power on, you have to have your like weapon mounted flashlights. And it's like super dark and you can only see what's directly in front of you with your flashlight and stuff. And you got to kind of navigate your way through with that minimal lighting. And so like in other games, you were fully inside and the power was off, but it was still like decently bright.
Light.
Yeah. I like how in Ascension it was like black and white.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Five did it cool too. Like how it wasn't super lit. Like you could still kind of see like where you were, but it was yeah.
Yeah. I like the
DEFCON alarm and shit. That was
creepy. I like the horror aspect for sure if you can get it right. Yeah.
The third floor of that map is so creepy. It's so good. The testing labs and shit that you see.
Oh yeah.
I hope you do like. I don't want a 5 remake, but I hope that like because they have the main map, they have like the Noct remake or whatever. I hope when you complete the campaign, it jumps you in like it did in World at War, with like a new map, like how they did with 5. I hope it's like a 5-esque map.
Yeah, like a surprise map. Yeah,
gotcha.
I want to play as Reagan.
Yes,
that would be dope.
They could definitely do it. That might be difficult because he might own more of his rights than the other presidents did because he was formerly an actor. But they got his likeness fully done for that campaign, so it should be perfectly fine.
Yeah, I could have a lot of fun with different people from that era being in there.
Yeah, for sure.
What if Avenge drops an album with?
You said this last time.
You're talking about that. I don't know
your conspiracy theory.
Just let me have it. Carry On was so hard, bro, and so is Not Ready to Die on Call of the Dead.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god,
they were good.
Yeah,
I don't want it to be like a Call of Duty album or anything.
No. Just like pick a single like they did with like Shepherd of Fire for like Origins, but just release that shit
for sure.
Please, I want to spend 4 years.
And then my last piece is I like that it's looking like story driven with the dedicated characters, where we've always had characters and like the maps run into each other for the Easter eggs and stuff like that. Especially like with Black Ops 2, I think that's the zombies I played the most and did the most with the Easter eggs. And so you have those same 4 people, and then obviously for like World at War and Black Ops 1 and everything, it's like Richtofen and Dempsey and all them, and they have their own cast of characters and their storylines and timelines and fucking all the zombies lore that you could love. And so they're doing it this time where it's actually like a narrated kind of story where like Weaver with his eye patch got the freaking he gets I don't know if you guys remember that Black Ops 1 story mission.
Weaver's the ball head that asked him what's the numbers mean, right?
No, that's Hudson.
The guy? Oh, okay.
Weaver's the Russian American you go to destroy the which Black Ops 1 spoilers, LOL 10-year-old game.
Yeah, Sydney.
She might actually not have done it yet, so this might be Black Ops 1 spoilers for her.
Just text her.
But yeah, anyway. Yeah, so you go to destroy like the Soyuz craft like as the Russians are launching it into space, and you like break into the
Blackbird mission?
map. Yes, yeah. Well, not the Blackbird mission. No. I was thinking you were talking about the missile launcher, which is called the Valkyrie rocket. You use that to like destroy it, and then you have to fight your way through the bunker at the end. You break into like this desert like space facility.
With woods. Yeah. No, I remember.
And you sneak in and you steal the uniforms, and then you like take the radio tower or whatever.
Start out in the desert. Yeah,
and
you start out in the desert.
Yeah, and at the beginning of that, Weaver gets captured, and as one of the villains is like interrogating him over the walkie-talkies, he's like, do you want your friend? Is like, and they stay silent, and he's like, your choice, and then he gouges his eye out with the antenna of the walkie-talkie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
Good memories, yeah.
So we got good memories. Yeah, so we got that sort of continuation, which is what they've been making Black Ops Cold War out to be, which is really cool to me.
I could never
good
pick
returning
up
characters.
On the lore. The lore is just entirely too complicated.
Zombies lore is hilarious. Like Jeremy kept up with it for a while. It's like I like how they said the end of the story, and they're just sort of gonna do a new thing in the world, because it's like Marvel mixed with DC, their most insane comic book ideas put into one. Like there are 4 different versions of Richtofen, and they're like going back to different dimensions. It's unbelievably
there's time travel and dimensional travel.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I used to keep up with it, and it's interesting in a certain sense, but it's so goofy. So
I agree.
Yeah, it was nice they wrapped it up in that little trailer where it was like, at the very end they collapse all the realities into one reality, and now we're here. It's like, okay, cool. I'm glad we have like a new starting point. That's good with me.
Thank God.
How do y'all feel about the look of Noct with the graffiti and shit on it?
That was dope. I think that's super dope, because it's like it's the exact same thing as like any other like haunted monument or whatever. So like the idea then would be that like there's a local legend that this place was once like haunted by zombies or ghosts or creatures of some kind, and it's like a place where like rebel teens TM would fucking like go to hang out and graffiti art and stuff like that. Why are you shaking your head? That's like
yeah.
I know. I'm just shaking my head at the TM.
At rebel teens TM. Yeah. Well, I found it too cheesy using it as a term without putting some sarcasm on it.
Hoodlum teens.
Hoodlum teens, yes. Wayward children of the night.
Shaking their wee-wees on the wall.
Yeah,
that is not what they were doing. They were using spray.
You don't know that. You don't know that. It could be both. They're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the look is really cool.
Yep, it's cool. I don't want to like spend too much time in Notched again, but
yeah, I'm with you. That's why I'm hyped, because there's a whole ass fucking facility underground.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's literally one door that you buy, and then you go through to the rest of the map. But also there's that whole outdoor area.
Too.
There's that whole outdoor area too.
Yeah, you can go outside now,
which is cool.
Yeah, Noct is just gonna be. I wonder if the stairs will be blocked off or something, so it's only like the first floor, and then you don't have to worry about the rest of it.
It's funny. I just realized. You remember how Noct in World at War was like you could find the building in the airfield map, like it was actually in a multiplayer map.
Yep.
I just realized that in this zombies trailer, they're fighting on like a giant crashed plane, so it's like it's very.
So just,
that's cool.
Okay.
It's still in the airfield. It's like accurate. That's cool. I appreciate that.
Didn't they do that with damn, I can't remember the other. Shino Numa was the third map. What's the second one called? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that was on a multiplayer map too.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? World at War?
It was
World
the
at War maps.
Yeah, no idea then. The Wii version didn't have zombies.
That's tough.
Dude, those maps
Not
were
the Wii version.
those maps.
The Wii version was pretty high.
Oh, they were scary. Verruckt, yeah.
Verruckt.
Translation to insane. Yeah.
Dude, that map was hard as fuck. No pause.
I know. You started out separated. You had to turn on the power to get together. It was so like cramped and scary, and like you could not get far on those old maps.
You couldn't run trains, no pause.
Yeah, it was crazy. So, I'm hyped for a sort of throwback, just a solid 80s Call of Duty for sure. So
you getting it on PC?
I guess because I don't
want to game chat.
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we'll have game chat. We won't have party chat, I guess.
We would have to go on game chat. No, we would have to go on game chat anyway, I think.
It'd either be game chat or Discord. So
I think Discord will work, but like even if he like got it on his system, he doesn't have a PS4 or a PS5, so like he would have to be in game chat anyway because it's crossplay.
I suppose.
That would be weird.
We can just jump on Discord. It's gonna be fun.
It would be great. It would be great. This is my formal petition to Xbox and PS4 and Xbox and fucking Sony to put a Discord app in your fucking systems. That would be dope.
Yeah, that would be legit.
Actually, I mean, Xbox Twitter has been all about unity between gamers recently, and like been responding to tweets being like, "I'm gonna get the PS5," and they're like, "Okay, cool. Like, hope you enjoy it." And it's like all this like super non like confrontational Twitter interactions about like, yeah, the PS5 is great. Like, we just hope you have fun gaming. And so if they're on that path, then it would be great if they would make an app that is cross-platform that you can use for party chat as opposed to having to, be interrupted by the game loading and stuff like that. So
yeah, that is wholesome and good. I hope they do that.
He speaks.
Oh, no. He speaks. I'm not as Call of Duty. I don't know my Call of Duty knowledge as all you. So I've been just chilling. But
we gotta allow it. Yeah.
But the thing about Microsoft is that whole thing goes back to when they were like making Minecraft cross-platform on like Switch with the Switch or whatever, and Fortnite, and those were like really the first games to do it. I think like there was cross-play with other than PC.
Speaking of Minecraft,
hey,
your boy is in Smash.
Steve.
We actually somehow got there naturally.
Yeah, Steve and Alex and Zombie and whatever.
Steve is in Smash, and I don't know how many buttons you need to play, but
it seems like it must rotate.
Like has so many moves. I don't know how he would use them.
Yeah. He's like using
go in depth with his kit.
You're talking over each other. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, sorry. You go ahead, Alex.
I'm just saying, Sakurai, when he usually does these reveals, he like sits down and like tells you exactly what the moves are and play it out. But like he didn't really do that. He just kind of like showed you the character and the moves and is like, GG's.
Yeah, I didn't even see the reveal, so I don't even know. It just popped up on my YouTube feed. And I was like,
it was not long at all.
I mean, they showed it for Min Min. Like Min Min had her.
Yeah, they showed it for everybody, but they didn't even give us a release date. I don't think.
Weird.
That's weird.
There is still supposed to be 4 more D characters.
Dude, if Sora doesn't make it, bro,
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna return it.
He's literally like the perfect fucking solution for this.
I'm gonna bring back I'm gonna bring back my copy of Smash to GameStop after like all this time.
Who is the character that you want?
Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. I haven't even played Kingdom Hearts yet, and I want him in Smash. He is so perfect for Smash. It's unbelievable.
Is that the homie with the fat ass sword?
He's the key sword. Yeah.
Yeah, the Keyblade.
Talking about Cloud.
No, that's Cloud.
Cloud
is already
Cloud,
in Smash.
Yeah.
Got the Keyblade, bro.
What very little I know about Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. They showed Steve building a bunch. I was thinking like it'd be hilarious if they turned Smash into Fortnite. Just like you got to build a tower to fight, bro. I know they won't do that. But
it might be like a variant of the villager like house and the tree that he knocks down. It might be a variant of that, but
it's somewhat different because he was like building a thing around another character, and it showed him just like frantically putting down blocks, and I was like, "Whoa, what the heck?" So
yeah,
I don't know. It might switch stuff up a lot. I don't know.
But here's something that we can kind of snack on. I was hearing some leaks.
That's snack.
We can snack on it. I was hearing some leaks.
When you said that, I heard the 2 C's.
Welcome back to the Snack Boys podcast.
Snack.
That would have been a dope name. I'm not even gonna lie.
Oh my god.
The Snack Boys. Anyways,
but
take a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Fuck. God damn it.
I've seen some leaks with you have to take it with a grain of salt because it's leaks, but that Nintendo was looking into putting an Overwatch character into Smash.
I always thought Tracer would be the one that they picked, but
think so.
She's the
I guess that would be my next question, since we are very familiar with Overwatch. Which character would you guys want to be in Smash if they put an Overwatch character in?
Doomfist.
That would be cool.
He's got the most translatable
that would
moveset,
be
probably, right?
Cool.
Him or Reinhardt? Reinhardt would be such a cool heavy.
Hey boy, Reinhardt would be dope.
Yeah.
Reinhardt.
There you go. Yeah, he's dope.
Throwback to just spamming fucking voice lines in Spawn before ranked games, dude. Oh my god.
Have you seen the poster?
Even though I don't think it would be the best pick, I think I could see Genji being in it.
Do the David do the posters.
Moveset.
Who?
Do the posters voice line.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Were
you the one who did it all the time?
I don't know.
I remember the poster.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
That's not what he says, though, right?
Yeah, it was I remember the poster.
I remember the something. I can't remember.
I remember the poster.
Yeah.
Because Farrah says, like, I had you as a poster when I was a kid. And he's like, I remember the poster.
Yeah.
Poster.
Anyway, your boy Reinhardt's the best character anyway, so might as well put him in. But I think Tracer would make not as much sense as Doomfist, but like you said, she is the face of the game.
That's why I would go for that, just because, she is so easy to pick. But I would totally be down with Mr. Fist Doom.
He could have some. I can see recovery options and bash moves.
His ultimate would literally just be him punching the fucking shit out of you.
Imagine they put the Tracer rewind in, so like you just beat the fuck out of the Tracer and land like a 15-hit combo or something, and then she just rewinds and is back on 0%.
That would be crazy if they did that.
That'd be such a tilter. Yeah,
that'd be awful.
If they put an Overwatch character in, Viz will be playing Smash, and he will actually play a full match.
Design.
But he has to play.
Shout out to you, Ryan.
Shout out to you.
Ryan.
We love
those who don't know, when me and Trevor and Viz, we all played, we got together one day and played Smash, and we were beating the crap out of this man, and we
weren't even like, okay, so we weren't even like trying to team on him. Like we did it like for one match, and then he left, and then we're like, all right, we're not gonna do it anymore. And then it like just so happened that it was so perfect that we were team comboing him, and then he left again.
Like leaves the match and like the whole game like ends.
Yeah, Alex and I were fighting each other as well. We weren't teaming up on him, and he just like he threw his controller. He was so pissed.
That was the last time I spoke to him.
It's rough.
That's not true, but that's not true.
And he was never seen again.
I played Xbox, but he was definitely salty about it.
Viz is Alex's cousin, who we play Overwatch and other games with.
The boy, yeah.
The boy.
So, no, that'd be cool.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, boy.
You want to get into some philosophy, or?
Oh, we certainly could.
It is Cameron's time to introduce his favorite thing. I don't know. I'm just.
You're making it seem way bigger than it is. I've wanted to do this for a little bit, just as a filler content, but not It's not about a topic, so it was something that was like we were gonna put in where we could fit it, and then we kept on just making 2-hour podcasts without breaking. Anyway, but yeah, been calling it philosophical pod. It's not exactly that. I'm just kind of keeping a list of things I kind of shower thoughts type things that you like think of and write down. It's mostly hypotheticals about like what if. So like the first one that I was
I just want to say Alex gave you a mean mug when you said shower thoughts.
Did he?
I didn't give nobody no mean mug.
Yo, my man's brows furrowed.
Oh my god, you're trying to start something.
Not a fan
Just
of
the way-
r//
that's just my
shower
face.
thoughts.
It's just my face.
He's got a strong brow line, you freak.
Oh no, he does now. I'm jealous, kind of.
All right. So anyway, the first one that I wanted to talk about and propose to you guys, and I'll give my sort of hypotheticals about it, which I think I've already typed out in a chat one time, and then you guys can maybe say what it makes you think of, or like change the hypothetical and go a different direction with it. It's really open-ended kind of a thing. So the concept would be like, if it was possible, if we developed a technology like Elon Musk is kind of doing right now with the brain chip, if like you could have a chip in your brain or some sort of process done in which you could artificially rewrite or change memories or mental states. So like alter emotions or alter like literal memories in the way that you believe that they happened. And what that would mean for the, society as it was. Holy shit. That was nuts. That was nuts. He's got a voice for radio,
we're
ladies and
cutting the
gentlemen.
episode right here.
So, wait, what?
We're cutting the episode right here. You voice cracked.
Oh, yeah, I guess we have to just end.
Oh, go ahead.
So, yeah, in my hypothetical, it's kind of in order to allow for more things to happen, because I'm a pessimist with that kind of a thing, which is the whole Black Mirror thing, which is like, if you can rewrite and change people's memories, then people in power can kind of get that, get their hands on that technology, artificially make people love them. Like you could have like an outrageous deep state of just like people undyingly loyal to their leader. And that would lead to a whole bunch of things. And if it's not the government, then it could be companies, and you could make it so that workers are like, just determined to work way more for way less, and like all this abuse that would happen. So in my hypothetical, that's like off the table. Like we basically assume that no one is taking advantage of this technology, so that we can actually talk about fun things you could do with it, as opposed to everything just going to shit because people in power are assholes. So yeah.
Would you guys use a love potion on someone?
No.
Okay, I just throwing it out there. Jesus Christ.
That's breaking the law. That's literally like roofing someone.
Yeah.
That constitutes like rape for me, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then even if it's
basically the same,
even if it's like
really
great,
about it.
even if it's like great for however long, it's like after a certain amount of time, you're like, what did I do? Like, this person doesn't really love me. Like, I altered the state of their entire life to make them love me.
I may be recounting this information incorrectly, but isn't that how Lord Voldemort got born?
Really?
Maybe.
Yeah.
That
the chick
might be a thing.
Chick kept feeding him the chick kept feeding the
that he was like born
Tom,
out of
Tom Morrow? I forgot what the name was. Shit.
Riddle. Tom Riddle?
No, not
Marvolo Riddle.
Marvolo. That's what it is. Yeah. She kept feeding him a love potion, and then like she ended up running out or just stopped, and he was like, "Yo, what the fuck are you doing?"
Like Voldemort's mom and dad, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the thing with the love potion. I mean, you give it to somebody. It's just like you're planting the seed. You're planting the seed of love.
You're not planting the seed. You're literally taking control of their brain.
Yes, that's what he means by love potion.
The idea.
I mean, it's like
it's not the idea. They're not acting on their free will.
Yeah, it's different. No,
they're not. They have no choice but to follow the love potion.
Yeah, it's different.
They're fucked.
No, but in their head, that's their own original thought.
But
exactly, which is exactly why it's very wrong to do to someone.
Yeah.
But why is it wrong?
Literally warping someone's mind.
You're Yeah.
It's all hypothetical.
This is one of the instances where you may be wrong. Just like,
maybe
politics is going to get very spicy if I have to argue with you the ethics of.
You would use it?
I would arrest you for using it. I would
definitely have to.
I swear to God, I would.
I might have to smack the shit out of you for that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like 50. Nobody likes me.
Arrest you. Yeah.
Nah, but
the rest.
Okay, so tell me what Tell me what happens when you feed this chick the love potion. What happens then? What happens if you run out?
It's up to her.
It's not up to her. It's literally not up to her. That's what we're saying.
That's literally what a love potion is that it's not up to the person. You're just fundamentally arguing the power of like the mythological idea of a love potion.
I give her the love potion. What do we do next? I'll let whatever happens happen. At that point.
No, it's not. It's not at all. She's acting again. She's not acting in her own free will. She has no control of her actions to not love you. She doesn't have that choice, is what we're saying. You can't shrug. We're literally telling you what would happen.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of a love potion.
In my hypothetical that I just gave, which I'm gonna get back into if we can ever get over this ridiculous hurdle.
This is what I wanted though.
How is it harmful?
Yeah. But okay, so in my hypothetical, in which assume.
Shut the fuck up! Wait. Come on, you asked how it's harmful. Come on.
So how is it harmful?
What do you mean? How is roofing a girl?
Let me tell you,
same thing.
Like when Cameron brought up this idea, I said like the 7 deadly sins, right? And I mean, it's not too spoilery because it's not like anything main story. So
yeah, it's
Gother. But there's like a Gother. There's like a character, and he has the ability to change people's memories. And so like there was like kind of like a side story, nothing spoilery, where this chick had like this terrible life or whatever, and she had all these memories, but then he like changed her memories to make her love him, and then she was with him, and then his argument was that she was better off that way.
No,
it's not harmful to her as an
individual. And then the entire rest of the 7 deadly sins is like. Go ahead, Trevor.
You were playing God at that point.
Yes.
I'm being the advocate here. I'm not saying if it's right or wrong. I'm just saying, is it that harmful? What's the harm for her?
What do you?
You're playing devil.
She doesn't get to live her own life.
You're literally changing her life.
What is it for the worst though?
You've stripped her of free will.
You have to ask her that. Okay, I don't.
If it is for the worst, tell me why.
This is 7 deadly sins spoilers now.
There's a fucking I really don't care. There's an example in God of War where I don't want to fucking tell it because it's like a whole thing of the story. But damn, that was so perfect.
It's gonna be like 2 years before I play God of War.
But you're taking someone's free will away. I mean, everyone values that above most other things. Like that's part of your humanity.
That's why living in the States is so appealing because you have freedom.
Yeah. If you value freedom, you can't use a love potion or erase someone's memories to bend to your will or whatever.
If you shrug one more time, I'm gonna kill you.
It's literally
you can't shrug.
It's one of the most like.
It seems okay. Let me kind of advocate for what he's saying because it sounds like the love potion in general sounds like it's innocent. Oh, I'm just making him love me, like. There are long-term ramifications for that. You are completely changing someone's life for 20 years, and then the second you stop, I don't know how you don't see the problem with a love potion, especially when, you make someone marry you.
It depends on how the love potion works.
Let me finish. We're just saying that, you have a day worth of a love potion, and you can keep giving it to them without their knowing, and it just lasts on forever until you fuck up and don't give it to them. But if you make someone marry you. And then 20 years later, you somehow run out of it for one day. And they wake up and they're like, why the fuck am I married to you? I hated you. I don't ever find myself attracted to you. How do you not see the point or the problem with that?
I mean, it's even if it doesn't run out, it's still...
You say the troll.
Huh?
Yeah, just troll 20 of my years.
But you're talking about...
I was just memeing, bro.
You're talking about something
it's just me, bro.
You have to keep giving to it in doses like it's medicine. But what if it was just a one-time thing?
It's still bad. It's still the main problem.
I was talking about it as a one-time thing.
Yeah, me too.
That's what I thought.
You're wiping out someone's free will and self-determination as a human being.
The one-time thing is actually definitely worse.
Hey, chloroform rag.
Because then there's no expiration date.
Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah.
They have no concept of future freedom.
Hey, I only gave someone a lobotomy once, bro. You're doing all right. It's
I only roofied her once.
Trevor's saying, I know, I get it. It's in cartoons and everything. Hey, love potion, bro. But we're talking about in real life. How does this the actual morals of it? It's one of the most manipulative, disgusting things you could ever do to someone. It's evil.
Agreed.
I fully agree.
Yeah. I swear to God, if it was real and you tried to do it, I would arrest you or use violence on you to stop you. I'm not
use
kidding.
violence.
I'm not
Use
kidding.
violence.
I love when David talks spicy.
What would David do? What would you do to me, David? Tell me what you would do. What,
David would
what violence?
chokehold you with those fucking big ass biceps you got.
Yeah, do it. I don't care. Like I'm not. It sounded like I was trying to be.
David, you got
man.
that daddy strength.
Hit him with a dad joke.
I'm just saying, in real life, if
That's
anyone,
the whole point. This is all hypothetical. It's
He's
not
gonna
ever
smack you with his Halloweeny.
I know. Yeah, I'm not like, hey, bro. Like it's a completely hypothetical thing, but it's just like,
Yeah, no, we're not like older brother, you're marrying my sister kind of thing. Like, I'll kill you if you lay a hand.
yeah. I wasn't trying to do that. It's just in real life, if someone does it, that it should be illegal, and I would like stop them from doing it. Is what I'm saying.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was fun. What's another one? Y'all got another one? That was fun.
I mean,
I like asking dumb questions.
I've still not gone with my like original thing here.
Okay.
Well, this relates to what Cameron's talking about because you
yeah.
could use the chip for the same thing.
You
But
could use the chip for the same thing, but we're assuming that like what cool shit could you do with it as opposed to like how could you abuse the technology? Like just assume that like it's all good and safe and people aren't horrible.
First of all, you were bringing up. You talked about how like kind of like how Elon Musk is doing with the chip now, like how he did it. I seen the thing with the pigs, right? Screw all that. I ain't getting no chip in me until I'm gonna die with no chips in my brain.
I'm not a huge fan of it either.
None of that.
What happened with the pigs?
Because when Elon Musk was doing, he was like testing a neurological chip in the demonstration was a pig.
Yeah,
it was like a chip
Neuralink.
in the pig's brain.
yeah, I'm all
like
good
some
on
talk-
that.
Totally
talk
not
on,
down
like,
for that. I don't think
talk
I
about
ever
baby
will
shit.
be in my entire lifetime.
Nah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
It sounds like
I'm
some
usually
talk
not.
about shit.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's why I'm
But-
putting the massive caveat of like assume people don't abuse it at the top is because if it happens in reality, I can just see everyone abusing it.
I have an interesting thought. You said like without them abusing it. So how would it work? Like to abuse it? Like say it was a thing, right? And say somebody wanted to abuse it, but what memories would they change or add to make somebody loyal to them?
Like
There's
you
a
could.
whole fucking thing in Persona 5 that y'all should play and then come back to the conversation.
It's like if you own a company or like a factory and you have like a bunch of people, you could literally make them think like you're their god, and they like if they stop working they'll die or whatever. Then it's just like you could easily do something like that. And they would just be like,
damn,
yeah.
Cam hasn't watched Mob Psycho. There's another example in that one.
So that's the thing. If you're doing it in a good way, would you guys even do it like in a self-benefiting way? It's kind of a weird idea to me. I don't like.
No,
Yeah,
I'm of the firm belief that everything that you go through is like it makes you who you are for a reason. Like I don't know. I would never delete a memory off of a memory.
So I agree, except in some cases. So like if I was like this could do things where you could completely cure PTSD by removing memories of like your friend dying right in front of you or something. Like you could keep everything else, but you like don't have to see his face get blown off every time. But you still know he's passed. You just don't have like that image directly in your head. Like stuff like that. Or like if you're a rape victim or something like that, you could remove the memory of the assault and then but still have like the if you wanted, I mean I wouldn't want
that's what I was thinking.
because then it's like because a rape victim obviously is then going to have an abundance of caution in a number of situations. That's not necessarily like a bad thing. So like if you remove the experience, do you then remove like their ability to have it not happen again to a certain degree? But then
it's a very, very
but then in my so in my kind of thing you could still
harmful to some. It could be harmful to somebody other than themselves.
yeah.
Explain.
Like there's people with severe PTSD who literally go crazy because of this crap. There's like veterans and stuff who it's like real. Yeah, like that stuff is crazy.
I think that was the thing I thought before we
make them better.
Yeah, when Cameron brought it up first time, that was the first thing I thought of was PTSD of like the actual good. That's probably the only instance where I would say it should just be used like in a medical sense. Like okay, he has PTSD, erase this specific thing, still retain the knowledge that it happened. Like, it can be such a life-crushing thing. Like,
if you can be that surgical about it, it would be super cool, I think.
I think this kind of ties back to our intrusive thoughts. So you could maybe you could kind of delete the memory of maybe you could give yourself control, like through this method, to have control to not think of those intrusive thoughts. Like, so how you and I were talking about this last week about how like I was having trouble sleeping because I kept thinking of a certain thing. Maybe you could delete that strain in your brain that connects those thoughts and causes insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be really. It's almost like Men in Blackish, except not as overall.
It would require a super detailed understanding of the brain we don't quite have yet, but
I mean, it's just like Harry Potter, massively. Like pensive and shit.
Right? Yeah, like, I think
take memories out that you don't enjoy.
That could be cool. I think adding memories is maybe even more creepy. Like, I would never want a fake memory or like not knowing which memories are real. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that's
David, let me ask.
Can you expand on that thought?
Oh, go ahead, Alex. You were asking.
All right, and maybe Cameron too. I don't know if you've seen Rick and Morty, but is Rick Sanchez wrong for having a whole planet in his battery, taking his energy?
That's a good one. So, do you guys watch Rick and Morty? Do you guys know what he's talking about?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay, you said God no, Trevor.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an entire episode in which he has his like stereotypical like UFO spaceship thing that he flies around, and the engine is comprised of like what he uses to power his engine is he calls it a miniverse or something.
Yeah, in the battery.
It's a tiny universe that he created of his own creation, and he accelerates time so that life develops inside the universe, and then he introduces himself as an alien to the intelligent life, and then gives them this tool that they use to power all of their stuff, all their electricity, and he steals like 60% of it or something to power his engine. And then what happens is he has to go in there to figure out why it's not working, because what happens is a scientist in that universe then does his whole bit again, where they make a universe that then powers their world.
Yeah.
And so it's ridiculous. And so they go like 3 levels deep, and it's like that's where the meme, you've definitely seen the meme. It's like, isn't that just slavery with extra steps? It's like so they go several layers deep, and like the one guy at the deepest layer just fucking like kills himself when he finds out that he's like the battery of a battery of a battery of a spaceship.
Yeah, I think you don't play God like that. You don't mess around.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
So like, but like, here's the thing though. Like, these people are sitting there. They're making their electricity, but they live in society where nothing is different. They go to work. They do their Google boxes, whatever it's called. They pay each other. It
is complicated. Yeah, because he gave them a life. It's almost somewhat kind of like the Matrix, except he like started everything, and the Matrix sort of I guess. Yeah, it's weird.
I haven't watched it. Don't
so I think he's wrong for the manner in which he abuses it, but I can't. One of the other philosophical pod things I have written down is like creation myth and possibilities of creation. Like we could be that. There's
like the whole simulation.
There's no way to completely prove that we're not someone's car battery.
Yeah, I think in the future we'll have that figured out, but
maybe
right now we don't. And that's weird.
So I think the way he abuses it is wrong. The way he like sort of inserts himself into it in terms of like business ethics, I guess. But
if a guy needs electricity, you need electricity.
Yeah,
but don't do it like that, man. What the fuck?
You go to freaking Home Depot, my guy, or Lowe's.
Yeah, what the fuck? Advanced auto parts.
Or you create a teenyverse.
Yeah. The more I think of it, the more I realize like that show has like so many examples of like memory and stuff.
Yeah, it's sort of related to the memory thing, because it's like, do you create a false good experience for yourself, or just live with the bad real one or whatever? Yeah, I mean, I agree that like a lot of stuff has sort of toughened me up that I've experienced has been bad or whatever, and just so I would definitely keep stuff. Yeah, like I said, I think just medical use for PTSD, and that's about it. Or maybe like if you could discover like a certain disorder was set off by a certain experience, like that can happen with other disorders, like even OCD. So maybe something like that.
If you're always happy, does happiness lose its value?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's my thing, is like you can't have sunshine without a little rain.
I feel you. Yeah.
But I was also going to say, for that thing, for entertainment purposes, it could be interesting. Because that's what I thought of when I initially thought of the thing, was if you could, so let me take y'all back to ancient...
Oh boy.
Fuck.
Let me take y'all back, man.
Society wrong. I think it was the Mayans.
So well.
It was the Mayans. So the Mayans had what they called the ball game, which is this like basketball court-sized court with walls on either side and stone hoops and this heavy-ass like medicine ball that they had to use everything. They could use everything but their hands to put it up through this like hoop that's 12 feet above the ground. And based on certain writings and findings and legends and stuff, it's thought that the competitors in the ball game were warriors, and part of what people talk about Maya and Aztec society all the time is their human sacrifice, and their human sacrifices that they did semi-frequently. And so the losing team of the ball game in certain circumstances would be sacrificed to the gods. So in the most extreme circumstance of this, what if you make your professional athletes, and now obviously you'd have to write in something where like they're emotionally compulsed not to like literally kill their opponents or something like that, or that they still like play clean as opposed to like just fucking destroying someone's knee or something in the middle of the game for this to happen. But if you can rewrite the emotional state and memories of a athlete to make them believe that like this game is their life and like this is what's important, and then after the game you go back to being a normal person, but like for the 3 hours that the game takes to play, they're very sure that if like that everything in their life is riding on them winning this game. And like, could that make like ridiculously entertaining? Like, would that massively increase the quality at which sports are played because it's such high stakes?
I don't think so, and let me tell you why.
I was just gonna say, at that point, just let them take steroids.
Yeah,
it's just like, why? Like if you can't, if like
but
if people think it's like life or death, like if like you're in MMA or like say you UFC fighting, you make them think that like it's life or death or whatever, but they can't kill each other or whatever. Like that's pretty much
that kind of
the same.
Fun.
It's pretty much the same rules now. Like what's the point of changing it up if they? Yeah, obviously you don't want them killing each other, but like if they can't, if the rules are the same, but the only difference is that, then what is the point?
All the good athletes, I feel, already have that mindset of this is the game. We're gonna fucking we're gonna completely destroy y'all.
Yeah,
that's the fun of competition in sports.
Yeah, I get the idea behind it. I mean, even like if the athletes agreed to it, I guess it wouldn't be like abusive, but it is like
it would be completely consensual, by the way, every time.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Michael Jordan, Spoil the Last Dance or whatever, but it's a dope documentary. And just him talking about how he would hype himself up. That's kind of one of the cool things about sports to me, and like watching like Kuroko no Basket is like they like it means certain personal things to them, or it's not like this generic order of it's life or death, but it's like, okay, like this is a game, but I'm gonna put my all into it for these reasons, and like I'm gonna get angry or I'm gonna get inspired, and that's like I agree with Trevor. It's part of what makes a great athlete. So,
and I feel like that's like
a lot,
part of the that's like the problem with like people like completely how should you say it, minimizing like the importance of like even video games. Like when someone comes up to you and they're not a gamer, but they come up to you and they're like, why are you getting so upset? Why are you so like obsessed with this? It's just a game. It's not just a game,
I get what you mean. There's emotional attachment, and like there's obviously unhealthy stuff where you go too far, but I know, I know what you mean. It's like,
of course.
It's like I want to be
assuming you're not unhealthy with it, like
I want to be invested in it. This is
otherwise, what's the point?
So assume in the situation. Okay.
I want to speak on that because not every athlete is made the same, and that being said, you'd have. I'm assuming it's safe to say you have athletes who work harder than other athletes. Not everybody on the team is as dedicated. There's different levels of dedication. So if you were to make everybody same level of dedication, then it takes it away from the people who were really dedicated in the first place.
It kind of takes the star power away. So there would be no LeBron James of the league or anything. They would all be fucking LeBron James. So that kind of goes back to my, if you're always happy, it loses value. If everyone's good at the game, no one's good. They're all the same level.
And then if I worked hard to be where I'm at, worked harder than this guy, and he's on the same level as me, then why did I work that hard?
Yeah.
You'd just be like,
you'd still be a more skillful player. You just have the same mental state. I said you'd still be a more skillful player through practicing and working, but you'd just have the same mental state.
I mean, you'd all have the same drive to do as best as you possibly could.
Yeah, I feel like
day to day. Wait, David.
Definitely levels that advantage.
Day to day, you're still your normal self. So still having that like inherent drive of like, I'm gonna go to the gym, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna perfect my jump shot, I'm gonna perfect my free throw, I'm gonna perfect my swing, my fielding, whatever, my catching, any sport. It's like that work still pays off in direct skill, and then in the actual game, then they have the same mindset.
Yeah,
I guess
I feel you. But then it would just,
it's
I think
still
it's
levels that
hurdle
advantage.
to.
Okay, Alex, you go first.
I just wanted to say it still levels that advantage. Like there's still an advantage to having a stronger mindset. To give everybody that mindset for free is like it still takes away an advantage, even though if it's not skill based.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, David.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I basically agree with Alex. Okay. I wouldn't be for it.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
So let me put it this way. I'm just trying to be the moderator here. I'm not trying to argue against you guys or anything. I'm just trying to give you guys.
We want that though. I mean,
I basically agree with what you're saying. So.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, like, that's literally the whole point of us doing this. Like, we're not gonna just.
Yeah. Okay. So let me put it. So then assume that. Assume that this isn't all sports. Assume this is just a certain brand of sports with a separate set of athletes, or even maybe it is the same athletes that just from time to time play this with this rule set of like having this mind state. Would if that's on TV, would you watch that? Like would that have value for you if it's not all sports, if it's like a certain league or only for certain events?
I would check it out of curiosity, but I don't think it would be. I think it would be worse. I don't know. Ultimately,
I don't think it would hold my attention, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
you don't think it'd be cool if you saw like the guy who's like normally dog just played out of his mind because he thinks his life is on the line?
There would be. Yeah, I mean,
but
there's definitely
just equate that to everyone. It's like everyone on the team is playing that great, so it just kind of normalizes it.
But that could still be like, these amazing athletes showing off like the extent of the human body, like going crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would check it out, but it's again, I think the mindset is part of it, and it's part of something you admire. So I think I'd still prefer the traditional.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I think people just like seeing an ass whooping too. Like it's kind of like with the skill based matchmaking thing. You don't want everyone on the same level because it's boring to watch.
Yeah.
You want to see people get fucking stomped because that's just fun. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
If you see a 110 to 70 game, they're popping the fuck off. In NBA or whatever. So I don't know. That's how I equate it at least. No skill based matchmaking. No levelizing the
skill based matchmaking.
Mindset. Keep your mindset the same.
I absolutely
let me fucking murder some Christmas noobs.
LOL.
Jeez.
I absolutely love to see Miami beating the brakes off of FSU for 53 to 10.
Funny, you assume that would happen. Yeah.
I got something that's been on my mind.
Just had to give
So,
it
I got something on my mind. Been playing Star Wars Fallen Order lately, and it's got me thinking. The lightsaber play is dope in that game.
Fuck yeah.
Recommend it. Go pick it up.
Yes,
It's on
David,
sale.
please do it.
All right.
It's led me to thinking. I've been sitting here realizing, lightsaber might be the worst, most impractical weapon ever. It's a dope weapon, but it's still the most impractical weapon.
So do you think
ever.
swords are impractical?
I don't think swords are impractical.
Lightsabers
are impractical. It's not the same thing.
How is it not the same thing? If anything, it's better.
More practical
it literally
than a
cuts
sword,
through everything.
Okay.
So why is it impractical? You said you're hot.
He's saying it. He's saying it.
No, okay.
You're a Jedi in training, right? You take you're practicing lightsaber moves.
Okay.
Zoop, there goes my leg. Zoop, there goes my arm. Oops, it was an accident.
You're not a dumbass.
Call that natural selection.
No,
So
but
what?
that's the point. No, he has a point because light doesn't have weight, right? So it's like you don't get the sense that you would get with the sword. You can't feel the blade going around you.
Have you ever? Are we really gonna argue this, like the physics of a fucking lightsaber?
You don't have to be a dumbass. You could just have an accident where you you have one wrong move and you cut off something, or you cut off your teammate.
They live in a universe where they can have like mechanical hands and arms. I think they're fine.
I don't know.
Also,
that's true.
Darth Vader was like half a
Anakin
body.
Yeah, you could get it replaced.
But also, you're working under the assumption that the Jedi aren't supposed to be the most coordinated people in the literal universe.
Yeah, they're.
But not when you're a Padawan.
Yes, when you're a Padawan.
No, you're learning.
There's times in the game.
Yeah, so you don't give the fucker an actual lightsaber yet.
Yeah, there's times in the game, for example, where he's like, you got the main homie.
Try not to spoil. Try not to spoil.
Not spoiling. You got times in the game where you got the homie Cal, and he's like, and you're like, kind of climbing.
I didn't know there was a character.
Climbing your way through like a tight hallway, right? He's got a lightsaber strapped to his side. Say he's climbing.
Not on.
He hits it wrong. He presses the switch, and now it goes on, and it cuts right into him because he just accidentally hits the switch on the side of his hip.
I think you're arguing the hazards of operating a lightsaber versus.
I think the hazards of a lightsaber is what makes it so impractical.
I don't think the two equate at all. I think it's the most elegant and most powerful weapon in the fucking galaxy ever, that you can literally cut through everything with one swipe with no force behind it. That's so practical, it's not even funny.
It's not practical, though. That's what's not practical.
It has pros and cons, I think.
Yeah, it's a literal death machine. I think you're just arguing how dangerous it is to wield and own one.
That's what I'm saying.
That doesn't make it impractical.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it does.
If a fucking gun like misfires when you're carrying it in your belt, is that impractical? No, it's just faulty.
It depends on how you carry it. You've seen there's like the mask holsters where people put the gun like up to their cheek, and it's like, what are you doing? I mean, you'd have to practice proper.
Have a safety?
You have to practice proper safety. I was
gonna say,
have a safety.
No, Alex,
we know the canon of like.
That's what I'm saying. It should have a safety.
I'm assuming a lightsaber would have it. They're not walking around just cutting their limbs off.
They don't have a safety. The safety is the switch to turn it on and off.
How do you know that? They've literally never showed you that.
Exactly. They never show the safety. They just grab it and go.
So there could be a safety.
What is the safety?
Who fucking cares?
There's no safety, though. That's what I'm saying.
You don't know that. You've never owned one. That's what I'm saying. Like.
The way they portray the lightsabers in the movies and everything else, there's no safety on it.
True. You gotta keep it pointed away from you at all times. That's all I'm saying.
Or then what if you have a double-ended lightsaber and you accidentally turn the other side off?
That reminds me of the freaking Porg concept art, where for the last, I think it was Force Awakens or whatever, where she gets to the island at the end and whatever. There's the Porg. It's like the little like mini brown and white penguin type bird looking dudes anyway. And so one of the concept art drawings for them was them like playing with the lightsaber once it goes over the cliff. And one of them accidentally turns it on and it just smokes another one in the face.
How it happened.
That's funny, dude. I'm sorry.
Like that was something they drew and like we're gonna maybe put in the movie.
Is all I'm saying.
I guess another aspect of it, how much heat do you think a lightsaber generates when it's on?
1,000 degrees Celsius.
I think they probably contain it. That's the thing. They contain it to that one space.
Yeah.
That's why it's like
it bends all things that we understand about the world. Like
yeah, it's not actually. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
but yeah, I feel you. Dang. Well,
they're the most practical weapon ever.
No, they're the most elegant. They're not the most practical. Like a blaster is more practical than that, I would say.
And this is the message from the Unboxing Life podcast crew to buy a gun safe and lock your guns up inside of them so that you don't shoot yourself or have a child misuse them and shoot themselves. Because that happens too much.
Too much. Yeah, if you're gonna own a firearm, learn how to properly handle it, learn all the proper safety, all that. Yeah.
Don't hold it to the side.
Educate yourself. Educate your kids.
Don't hold it to the side. That ain't gangsta. Don't do that shit.
Don't ever
fire it on the side.
That's far from what I'm saying, but
I always treat it like it's loaded. Yeah. There you go.
Facts.
Yes, the first rule I was taught when I was taught to shoot by my uncle. Shout out, Uncle Trace, former colonel of the U.S. Army.
Wow.
He the first thing you get taught is you never aim a gun at someone you're not prepared to kill. Loaded or unloaded. Like unless you're okay with that person dying right now, you don't point the gun at them.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit, that the fucking dream I was talking about when I was at the paintball facility. I was like scared to face this guy because he had a fully loaded. It looked like a goddamn M4 carbine almost.
Oh my god,
a paintball gun. And it had a damn like 3.5 magnification scope on it and shit.
Jesus
and he's like, I was with someone when I was there, and he just whips it out. And it's like 7 feet long, and he's like holding it to the guy's face, just like, yo, this is so cool, right? And the guy's just like, yeah, man, it's cool. And the barrel's like right in front of his face. I'm just like, dude, what if that fucking misfires? He's dead. Like
in the dream.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, we brought it full circle, boys.
Yeah.
I think that's there you go.
That's about it.
All right.
We're almost hitting 2 hours. You want to cut it?
Yeah, boy.
One thing I didn't say, I meant to say at the beginning, but if you're still listening at this time, big thanks for all the support from the last episode. We have 34 likes on the YouTube video.
Hell yeah.
Last video, which is almost double of our most liked video so far.
Which is 20.
Thank you all for listening.
Yeah,
don't think I forgot about you guys on Apple Podcasts, on Podbean, Google Podcasts, wherever you listen. Spotify. Love you too. We love everybody listening. Thank you so much for the support.
Yeah, it's a shout out to our international listeners that I get, like Costa Rica and fucking France and the
dope.
UK and shit. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool to see.
I hope you guys are still listening. Honestly, y'all are showing out. We're seeing a lot of growth on the YouTube front, which is pretty fucking dope for us.
Yeah. We love talking about YouTube so much because that's where we have the comment section and we can see the likes and everything. So we actually get feedback as opposed to Spotify and whatever, which we just get like a sort of a report from Podbean. Really the only other thing you could do is leave a 5-star review on iTunes, which would be dope because that's how those algorithms work, is based on reviews. So if anyone's listening to this and you've been supporting us these weeks, thank you very much. And if you can do that for us, that would be hype. It would be amazing.
It would be incredible.
Yeah.
Only if you feel we deserve it, of course.
Yep, only if you want to. So yeah, for everyone listening, thank you. It's been real, guys. See y'all later.
All right, I love you all.
Adios.
Peace out, baby.